Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's had a good day and having a good evening. And to anybody out there who was able to grab their goodies from the collection in the Groove, which probably just launched today at Nordstrom or maybe other Mac stores, I hope you're really happy with everything you have. So, this is basically going to be my formal review of the collection. I'm just going to quickly do a rundown of the items which I actually did end up grabbing and going with, and those which I kind of um, left behind and didn't bother grabbing or just didn't work for me. So I'm going to get on it right away because I do want to fit everything in the time frame. So first of all, mineral skin finishes, absolutely divine. This is my first dabble in purchasing MSFs from MAC, and I was very, very fortunate enough to be able to grab the very much coveted Stereo Rose and the one I really had my eye on to begin with, which is Candlelight. So I was able to grab both of these, and I was able to grab the Cremesheen lipstick, and I like it like that, and as well as Creme de Nude, which I know is not exactly, I mean, it's part of the permanent collection, but it is my first time actually grabbing this um, much raved about MAC lipstick shade. I also got two Cremesheen glasses, which is on the scene and going casual. I grabbed the PowerPoint pencil in Stubborn Brown. It's not limited edition, it's part of the main collection. I just included it in the Groove. And I got Mineralize Trio Shadow. I wasn't expecting to, but I was there and I did see some reviews on it, and I actually really like this shade. So that's basically everything that I grabbed. And if you guys are wondering why I didn't grab Jazzed, it's not that it was sold out. I actually did have it. It wasn't hold for me, but when I actually tried it on my actual lip, it just did not work. So for me, it is my one miss. And I swatched it in my wrist the previous day. Absolutely in love with it. In fact, I was definitely more sure of Jazz lipstick than the Stereo Rose, because initially when you look at the Stereo Rose, it's just a very scary orange, and it is much more pigmented than what is showing on the screen right now. It looks just very orange and something I would never put on my cheeks. But apparently, the rave and all the hype um, behind Stereo Rose, I can definitely confirm because it seriously translates beautifully on the skin, which is very, very much different from what I can say with regard to the Jazz lipstick. And I'm sure it does work for some skin tones, but I guess because my lips are much more pigmented than most, my lips are very pigmented, and when I put it on, it just was very, um, it came off too orange like. It actually translated more of the orange tone than an actual coral tone. So it just did not work. And I tried it with, a Cremesheen glass on top and tried to make it work, but no luck. So, and for some reason, the sales associate just said, why don't you just try Creme de Nude? And I was very apprehensive at first because I've known myself to never have luck with nude shades just because I'm not exactly that fair. I'm an NC 30 to 35, and most nude shades in the market have the tendency of just washing me out, where I just look absolutely like I'm about to pass out. But when I was at the store, I just tried it for the heck of it because she convinced me to. So I did, and it absolutely was really wonderful. I think it's the best nude shade I have ever tried, and it's just wonderful. And I have it on right now. I actually have a bit of on the scene, which is their corally cream sheen glass, but yeah. just a bit. So that is Creme de Nude. And I actually did try to put on as much product on my face from the collection just to show you guys. So I'm just gonna move this much closer. So in my eyes, I hope you see it. I'm not so sure if you will. So my eyes, I mostly used, I did use this actually. So I used the the brown shade over my entire lid. I used the darker, the navy shade in my crease, and then I used the light blue shade as my highlight and also a bit on my inner lid. Also, another thing is that most of this I applied them wet because you can wet mineralize shadows, which for me was the selling point. I don't really need any more shadows, but I did see swatches of them when they are applied with a wet brush or with another medium, and the colors are just amplified and so saturated, the pigments, that I just had to grab it. And I think especially this one, which is Style Influencer, it really, the reason why I chose this was that the combination was just really great. The other shades were a lot of things I already had, but this was just something that I knew I could utilize every shade, and I could use it wet, build in it, or just use, use it dry during the day and have a very natural look. So I think in terms of all the other trios, this one just was the most, I guess, different, at the same time wearable in very versatile ways for me. So I did use Style Diffuser for my eye, and I don't know if you guys see that. I have Stereo Rose on my cheeks. So I do have Stereo Rose, and I used by Candlelight as a highlight. I did use Creme de Nude on my lip and a bit of On the Scene just on top. So basically, obviously these are the things that were hits for me because they're the ones I ended up grabbing. Um, I'll start with Stereo Rose. So I know a lot of people did not get a chance to grab their hands on one of these. So I think though with how well this has done, I think in every store that I did go to, this was sold out as soon as they opened this morning. And in fact, I was just fortunate enough to have one held under my name yesterday. Luckily, I dropped by a store in another mall and they had one more, so I had my name put down. Grabbed it first thing this morning, but they did not even have this on the demo or the display table anymore, just because it was all answered for. Basically, this is just, it comes off a very beautiful, um, it's this one right here, a very beautiful coral sheer with a bit of a gold sheen undertone. And the most that I can liken it to give you guys like some perspective is, for me, it is um, the coral, what's the word I'm looking for? Not duplicate. It's the corresponding blush to NARS Orgasm. So it's a coral version of NARS Orgasm, and it just absolutely looks very natural and very flattering. I'm very fair, but I've seen a lot of other girls who are darker than me or fairer than me. That this, I think it's just universally flattering. Um, and of course the cream sheen lipsticks are absolutely great. I'm sure a lot of you have Creme de Nude. I like it like that. I wore it today during the day. um, it's not exuberantly pink that it's horrible during the day. It actually looks not really natural, but just right, not too much. um, and of course the cream sheen glasses are always wonderful. um, And I guess that's it. If you were going to choose your shades for the cream sheen,